I'm bored already. Don't be. As Nissan Qashqa Go, this is a somewhat interesting one. Mainly because it's the fastest and most powerful one you can buy. And it doesn't have a diesel engine. Its 1.6-liter, 4-cylinder turbo petrol has 161 bhp and 177 pounds-ft, so 0-62 mph takes a shade over 9 seconds, and the top speed is a whopping 124 mph. Not that quick, is it? No, not really. In fairness, it's not exactly built as the fast one, it's not covered in NISMO badges, and it doesn't have silly seats or an obnoxious exhaust. It does, however, have the multi-link rear suspension fitted to all-wheel drive Qashqa, even though it's front-wheel drive only, and a 10-liter bigger fuel tank for more range. Bigger tank? Can't be very economical, not around town, where you'll get high 30s. A 20-mile schlep out of town followed by a 50-mile motorway B-road run, and the same in reverse, yielded 44.6 mpg, about the same as we get from our Nissan Micra Longtimer over the same route distance. In all, not bad. Much fun? Not as much as a Cita Chica, the steering is pretty slow and requires much twiddling. But that's besides the point. If you're really interested in driving, you should be buying a conventional hatchback rather than a crossover, which are inherently compromised by their size and heft. Smaller, lighter, and a lower center of gravity makes for more fun. What's more important is comfort. Body control is good in the Qashqa, but on the 19-inch alloys of our test car, the ride is incredibly firm. A load of tire or two. We haven't tried one on smaller wheels, but it might be worth sacrificing some spec and buying a lower trim just for the bigger sidewalls. Noted. And this is, of course, the recently facelifted Qashqa, which means you get the new exterior aesthetic, better interior trim plus myriad tech and safety improvements. Nissan has made some minor mechanical changes, but none that dramatically affect the way the Qashqa behaves or performs. There is a new trim level though, Tecna Plus. Aims to push the QQ further upmarket and comes with much kit as a consequence, but little can be done to mask the fact the infotainment and general interior layout are a bit old tech. Quality and space are fine, but rivals like the Etika and especially the Peugeot 3008 have moved the interior game on somewhat. Engine any good? Or should I stick with the diesel? This is not a remarkable engine. It's acceptably refined, punchy and economical, not the hidden gem of the range that we'd hoped it might be. But if it's a petrol you're after, and more of you are, nowadays, this is probably the one to have. The only other option, the 1.2 turbo, is down on power and not that much more economical than the 1.6. On paper it only has less than a 2 mpg advantage, 50.4 to 48.7 mpg, and is almost 2 seconds slower to 62 mph. You'd have to work it harder, so in that fabled thing we call the real world they're probably equally uneconomical. May as well spend the extra £1,400 or so and enjoy the many benefits of having more power torque at your disposal. Makes for a comfier, more relaxing car. Unless you want auto, then you have to have a CVT, UGG, and the 1.2. Should I buy one? If you like the Qashqa, fair enough, though there are crossovers we'd recommend over it, and don't want or are worried about buying a diesel, then yes.
I am coming close to the 2-year mark of my travels in the light footprint of zero-emissions Nissan Leaf. It has me thinking of what changes I may make in my personal transportation, if any, in the future. An abundance of ideas come to mind. Initially, I was thinking of an electric bicycle. It would save money. A woman I talk to on a regular basis rides hers 12 miles each way to get to work. She looks fit, satisfied, and bicycle-inspired. I am not so sure that is going to happen, though. We have torrential rains that regularly flood streets in this tiny piece of subtropical Florida. It would be hard to be prompt and dependable with work. To carry some of the supplies I use for work, large supplies, even on a cargo bicycle would be a stretch. Furthermore, the bicycle paths in my city are not designed like Amsterdam, Copenhagen. The lack of bicycle infrastructure supporting safe bicycling to most parts of the city is a major drawback. So, I think I still need a car, so I still need an electric car. I am attached to the quiet ambience and the spacious, roomy feel of the Leaf. I have also thought of a used BMW i3, if prices dropped enough. The Leaf at this point remains more appealing to me anyway due to the roomier back seat. Our friend Sarah was glowing with her choice of a used Leaf. Overall, finding a good deal on a used Nissan Leaf is a primary consideration. The other idea, which will not save me money, is a Tesla Model 3. The Model 3 is just peeking out at us, and I am looking forward to reading reviews on Clean Technica. Pocketbook notwithstanding, it is probably the Model 3 that appeals to me the most. I could travel long distances, out of state even, in the Model 3. I could possibly avoid all forms of gas, even planes, with a longer range Model 3. Yes. 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 For some time, I broke the complicit binds of the gas culture by primarily bicycling. I felt better emotionally. But it was not a sustainable option for me. When I leased the Nissan Leaf, my shoulders dropped again and the guilt of being a dependent, gas-dependent, pollution consumer fell away. Unplugged from participating in air pollution for the first time, I thought of all the children, pedestrians, and bicyclists I was not offending with particulates. I found hope that most anyone can do this if they want to, at least some of the time. I hope this daydream lasts and becomes manifest. A Model 3 most appeals to my sense of journey. It makes my trips, to visit kids and grandkids, longer than on a plane, yet, again, fresher. I hope to keep participating in a fresher tomorrow for my most dear grandchildren. Leasing a new Leaf again? No. I will buy a used EV if I cannot afford a Tesla Model 3. Which one? Hard to say, the personalities vary and each of their appeal. Do I want a simple urban EV, a smart EV? Maybe so. In some European cities, such as Rome, it seems there are smart cars everywhere you look. Small, easily parked, economic, ecological, and maybe cheaper. Next-generation Nissan Leaf prototypes have been spotted often over the last year, but they were heavily camouflaged, making it hard to discern anything more than the overall shape of the new all-electric car. But we now get our first good look at the actual design as the vehicle was apparently spotted during the filming of promotional content. The design of the current Leaf is generally considered unattractive and EV buyers have been hoping for the next generation to feature a significant design refresh in order to remedy the situation. Previous sightings revealed a slightly bigger shape, sharper front, and Nissan's signature V-Motion front fascia, which got her hope up about the new version. Now Norway TV2's Boom got pictures from a reader who was staying in a hotel in Spain, where there have been several next-gen prototype sightings, and he saw the full design of the next-gen Leaf during what appears to be the filming promotional content in the streets. That's definitely the best look we have of the car ahead of the September launch of the next-generation EV. Over the past few months, Nissan has been gradually teasing images and features of the vehicle, most recently the e-pedal feature. Electrek's take. It definitely looks like a significant improvement over the current version of the Leaf. They fixed the bug-eye-like headlights and the front fascia is much shaper. Granted, the spy shots are probably not the most representative of the car, but it looks like a decent-looking hatchback. Nissan could have nailed the design part of its next-generation Leaf, but the other important upgrade that is expected with the new generation is range. The recent prototype spotted showed a range of 165 miles, 265 kilometers, on a single charge. That's significantly below the 200-plus miles of range expected for the new Leaf. We have been hearing rumors that the vehicle could first be offered with a 40 kWh battery pack in order to achieve the 165 miles of range this year and next year. The vehicle would receive a new 60 kWh option in order to achieve over 200 miles. It remains a rumor for the moment, and we should know more by the unveiling in September.